退役美軍少校 Adams 係 Remote Viewer 遙視者嘅先驅。Adams 曾經參與一項美國嘅秘密軍事計劃，發展 Remote Viewing 嘅技術。呢一個計劃原本係陸軍嘅計劃之一，後嚟由陸軍轉移到國防情報局，再轉到中央情報局，再變成星際之門計劃 Project Stargate。Adams 喺離開星際之門計劃之後，將 Remote Viewing 嘅技術教授一般嘅平民百姓。Adams 認為一般平民百姓都能夠訓練自己嘅思想，變成收音機一樣，接收到個人或者物件所發出獨特嘅電磁波信號，甚至能夠見到未來所發生嘅事情。過去 Adams 同埋佢所訓練出嚟嘅一群 Remote Viewers 曾經發表報告，提及由太陽所發出 Q-SOT 級數嘅太陽風將會打中地球，令到大量人口死亡，為最令人震驚。其實 Adams 除咗曾經作出 Q-SOT 嘅預告之外，以往亦曾作出其他災難嘅預告，亦已經準確應驗咗。例如佢哋曾經喺2003年嘅時候，已經準確預測日本會因為一次大地震而導致核電廠輻射大規模洩漏，而事件喺2011年3月11日準確應驗。此外 Adams 同埋佢訓練嘅 Remote Viewers 亦曾經預告一種植物嘅變種真菌會肆虐非洲。
He informed the world on national radio that a new mutated killer crop fungus would soon be discovered in Africa and devastate food supplies, eventually traveling to other regions of the world over the seas to the United States. As time passed, many had forgotten about this prediction until one day in 2007.
When I read this, as I said on the air, Ed, it stopped me cold in my tracks. Spores that begin in Africa spread around the world. That sounds an awful lot like what you said.
The spores of which a fungal pathogen would begin in Africa and then migrate. I can't overemphasize the danger of this particular mutant. We said that it would be a mutation.
That is what you said, and it is a mutation.
Even more predictions were revealed on national radio.
而且 Adams 喺2003年曾經喺電台節目預告會出現一個超級太陽風，而就喺預告之後嘅2個星期，太陽真係打出一個 X35級嘅太陽風，只不過係冇打中地球。
Dames wanted to prove that remote viewing worked, that it could accurately peer into the future. It was on the national radio show Coast to Coast AM that he did just that, beginning with a prediction he called the shot across the bow.
So many years ago, we looked ahead at the kinds of things we would be looking at. One was what I called on national radio the shot across the bow, that the sun is going to produce a very large solar flare, a discrete burp that will be very large and be a red flag toward geophysicists and solar physicists. I went on national radio and I said, get ready, this rampage is about to begin. 2 weeks later, the largest solar flare in recorded history happened. It was, luckily, the sun, that particular event was facing away from the Earth because it was at least an X35, some people say X50 or whatever. The point is, it's the solar physicists, atmospheric physicists, had to create a whole new logarithmic band for what they called a mega flare. They had to create a whole new division for something that they never thought that was unprecedented.
Just 2 weeks after Major Dame's national radio prediction in 2003, the largest solar flare in recorded history happened. The direction of the flare shot across Earth's path around the sun. If the coronal mass ejection had occurred just 3 months later, the world as we know it would have changed forever.
Adams 曾經喺2004年推出一個有關 Q-SOT 太陽風嘅影片，當中 Adams 竟然已經預告 Q-SOT 太陽風出現嘅原因係因為有一個超巨大行星經過太陽同埋地球中間，導致一個超級太陽風打向呢一個行星嘅方向，而令到 Q-SOT 太陽風打中地球。情況就同日華牧師早喺2009年12月嘅2012榮耀盼望信息預備營裏面提到，當 Planet X 經過太陽系時發生嘅情況非常相似。
Let's call this the Earth. Here's the Earth's orbit. Apparently, what's coming over the horizon is a very large celestial body. I'm not talking about a comet or an asteroid. I'm talking about something else that's planet size. That passes very close to Earth and intersects Earth's orbit. What happens then is quite interesting. We call this the sun. There is an electrical alignment between the Earth, this body, and the sun, possibly twice, as this object crosses Earth's orbit once, and perhaps again, depending upon its obliquity, its entrance and exit into our solar system. When this electrical alignment occurs, very large solar flares leave the solar surface and actually impinge upon Earth's atmosphere, coronal mass ejections, a series of very large solar flares that I call the kill shot, that superheat Earth's atmosphere. This passing celestial body appears to be so large that it causes the Earth to wobble and shake. The axis of rotation for Mother Earth may even shift. And I'm not talking about a magnetic pole shift. I'm not talking about Earth's precession over long periods of time, or nutation, the action of the moon on the precession of the Earth. I'm talking about a sudden shift in Earth's axis of rotation. When that occurs, tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanism, serious heating of the atmosphere, and possibly unprecedented atmospheric effects. We're here at the summit of Haleakala Crater, Haleakala, the House of the Sun. What you see in front of me is the Maui Space Surveillance System. The rotund structure houses one of the most advanced instruments in the world, the Air Force's Advanced Electro-Optical System. This particular telescope is part of a network that tracks near-Earth objects, minor planets, if you will, asteroids and comets that either intersect or are anticipated to intersect with the orbit of Earth. It will be one of the first instruments that sees the object that we're talking about, this enigmatic celestial passerby. Over here to the left is University of Hawaii's Solar Observatory. The Solar Observatory will see some of the first coronal mass ejections that result from the passage of this large celestial body. Unfortunately, shortly after the passage of this large celestial visitor, there's a strong possibility that everything you see here will be scrap metal, at least all the above ground components, because we're talking about winds in excess of 200, 250, possibly 300 miles an hour. We're about 4 meters above sea level right now. This is South Maui. This lava field that you see in front of me was produced by a volcanic eruption a little more than 200 years ago that flowed from that vent out to the sea. This was a slow eruption, similar to the one that's ongoing now at the Kilauea volcano on the Big Island of Hawaii. That eruption has been ongoing for more than 20 years. The slow release of lava and magma over time is a lot less catastrophic than what we anticipate is going to occur when that enigmatic object passes this planet. When that happens, the results, tectonically speaking, will be an extremely violent explosion. An explosion that's similar, we believe, to what produced the demise of the Siberian woolly mammoths. This explosion was so great, induced by the passage of a celestial body, that it blew the Earth's atmosphere straight up, billions of tons of air, right up into the troposphere, into the outer edges of Earth's atmosphere, where it became super cool, very dense and super cool. During that time, when it was rising and falling, the Earth rotated. What goes up came down. This time, now super cool, super heavy, dense air onto Siberia. The woolly mammoths never knew what hit them. The point is, that that particular kind of event caused that particular catastrophe. And it may happen again, and we think it will happen again.